Do I get aggressive or do I just lay it up? What do you think?
Oh, you got to get aggressive.
All right, that's why you're here, Durham. God, how does that happen? There it is.
A lot of newer players are familiar with Paul Ulibarri through his commentary on Jomez or maybe from his lessons on his YouTube channel. But in reality, Paul is an OG disc golfer and an all-around athlete. He grew up playing every sport he could get his hands on, including golf, which he picked up on very quickly and earned himself a scholarship at ASU for it. But once he found disc golf, he knew what he wanted to do.
Sticking ball golf. You started playing that before disc golf.
I did, yeah. So I played, again, I went out with my brother, and then he helped me get my first set, actually, my first set of golf clubs. And then I went out and I just wanted to beat Big Bro.
Yeah.
And it took me 6 months or something before I was like one of the better players in Sholo.
Nice.
And then now all of a sudden I'm like the best, one of the better prospects in the thing. And I got a scholarship to play golf at ASU.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the best golf school like in the
Phil
world.
Mickelson.
Yeah, at that point I was like just getting into disc golf as well, and nothing has ever caught me like disc golf. Not one thing ever. Like I was a seasonal athlete to where, you know, basketball now, baseball then, skating here, boom, 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 you know, all the way through.
And you caught the disc golf bug, and
I wanted to play every second of every day. Golf then went outside the.
So you turned down scholarship offer?
Well, I didn't let my parents know that. I turned 18 and I got the scholarship offer to play golf, and I turned it down to go play disc golf.
Paul went on to compete in his first disc golf tournament in 2005, and the very next year, Paul was able to win the amateur world title, proving he was cut out for this.
I didn't know that there was even a pro circuit at the time. Like, I didn't even know how, I thought that was like one of the only tournaments that they ran.
Yeah.
Little did I know that there was like a whole PDGA and everything. I learned about ratings and stuff after that. But I got to watch the advanced players in the Final 9 play, and they had the gallery and the whole thing, and I remember thinking like, no, I'm going to beat those guys next year. So the goal going into the next year was to win, you know, in advance, and so I trained that whole year. I pretty much dropped all my other sports that I was playing and just played disc golf just to try to win, that tournament.
In 2007, Paul went pro, and by 2008, he had his first top 5 finish in the National Tour Elite Series. Ulibarri played great through the following years, racking up 17 wins, and he continued to get better at the game, bringing his average rating from 895 up to a 1030. And in 2011, Paul broke into the question of one of the best disc golfers in the world, as he captured his first win on the Pro Tour Elite Series.
And here is our tournament leader and the champion of the 15th annual Brett Hambrick Memorial Open Disc Golf Tournament.
Great playing by Paul here.
On behalf of all our sponsors, the Columbus Flyers Disc Golf Club, I want to present to you the 2011 Brett Hambrick Memorial Open Champions, Valerie Jenkins, Paul Ulibarri.
Yeah!
Great performance here.
Nice job.
Paul followed that up by winning back-to-back mixed double world championships with the help from Katrina Allen in 2011 and 2012. And after his breakout season, Paul continued to play good, but for the next 5 years, he was always just on the outskirts of getting another big win. He wound up coming away with 17 top 10 finishes on the national tour and 6 top 10 finishes for all the major events. But in 2018, Ulibarri was able to end the season with the most payout earnings from tournaments in his career, coming away with over $30,000 for the first time, and everything was looking like it was on the right track again. But towards the beginning of the next season, Paul stumbled on a teepad and wound up tearing everything in his knee. He had to undergo surgery and wouldn't be able to walk, let alone play, for the next few weeks. And after the surgery, things only got worse, and this small setback turned into a potential career-ending injury.
So I wasn't even doing anything, and then I would all of a sudden was in extreme amounts of pain with almost every step that I was taking. So I went in and talked to the doctor. He had no clue, did some research, came back. He's like, hopefully in a couple weeks, it'll be fine. Came back, no progress, still pain on every step. And he told me that I should think about retirement because he had no clue. Took the numbers, did some calls for me, got me a couple appointments with these people that were specialists in weird cases with knees. first guy that I saw went in there and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I've seen this before. And then 3 weeks later, a couple days ago, I played for the first time. So
Wow.
it was definitely probably the craziest and most emotionally draining month of my entire life.
Paul's first big tournament after his injury was the Memorial Championship in 2020. And out of 166 people, he was able to come away with 24th place, and he went on to finish the year in 12th place overall. Ulibarri has had a pretty consistent career, hovering around that top 10 to 15 range for the last decade. But along the way, he's been able to pick up 106 event wins, 1 national tour win, and amass over $300,000 in earnings. But the one thing he wants more than anything, he doesn't have. And that's winning a major.
That elusive major, you know, as far as my own personal goals, I've accomplished a lot of things that I've wanted to in disc golf. But that major has just eluded me the last, you know, really, I've been really close for almost 10 straight years now. And once I get that, I think I'll be pretty satisfied with what I've accomplished, really. But that keeps me really motivated and keeps me in shape and keeps me, you know, practicing hard and trying not to lose a step to, you know, this younger generation so that I can get mine.
So far this year, Paul hasn't been able to find his stride yet, but he still has plenty of time to get what's his. And as for his elusive major, I asked you guys if he would ever win one, and the majority of you said no. But Paul is dedicated to getting better, and if he stays locked in, I think he definitely has a chance. Paul has his mind set on growing the sport of disc golf, and even after he retires from playing, he will always be involved and loved in the game. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more disc golf content.
And what in store for Uli in 2021 and in the future?
I want, you know, I just want to, like I said, I feel so blessed to be in the position that I am in. I have a lot of traction moving forward, like a lot. And I just want to keep gaining traction. And obviously I want to win big tournaments. But just being out here and being able to compete is amazing. To see disc golf grow is amazing. And to be kind of part of that, we're so close to just being mainstream, being on TV every single week, like real TV.
It does feel close.
It's close, man. And I just want to be there with it. You know, maybe it's something that I do. Maybe I hit an ace or something that like pops us over the edge. And if that's the case, then you know, I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. Like I want to make sure that I'm doing every single thing that I can possibly do to help it.